Do you see Luke causing any problems? Has he anything in his arsenal that
Yeah,
you can...
I think it's a fight that Luke can cause problems, and I don't think you pick Luke to win the fight. I mean, that would be a stretch. But I think Luke's pedigree and height, reach, speed, you know, I think he has something there for Lomachenko to worry about. You know, you expect Lomachenko to make the adjustments, but this is a real fight for him. You know, this is a fight where he's going to be tested. If there's guys that are going to test Lomachenko besides the fact that they're just too big, like if you go to any weight classes, this is one of them. You know, like you figure like from 126 to 135, you know, there's not a lot of guys that are going to really test Lomachenko that way. You know, even guys who you think would test him, you know what I mean? Even guys like Farmer or Davis, they're really good fighters, but I don't think they're ready for Lomachenko right now. You know, I think Campbell has enough experience now and enough of a pedigree, having won the gold medal, that I think, you know, he's a legitimate test, you know? I don't think he wins the fight, though. I don't think there's a 135-pounder to 126-pounder down that beats Lomachenko. Once you start going up to any weight classes, then, of course, you're risking some things because he's just not that size. But, of course, you know, that's my opinion.
I spoke to Shane McGuigan many weeks ago, I think it was back in June. I said, how do you prepare your fighter to fight someone like Lomachenko? And he said, kind of need to look into it yet. It came out last week, and Luke said himself that he had 3 different sparring partners in the ring trying to fight all of them at the same time. Just try to get a feel of what a Lomachenko could be like in the ring.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you got to be a little bit creative to train for a guy like that, you know? Lomachenko trains in very creative ways. We've seen some of the things he does, so I think why not? You know, why not get creative yourself if you're going to train for the guy, you know? And you give it your best shot. Again, I think if you're not naturally bigger than him, I don't think it's possible to beat the guy, you know? I think you have to have some advantages. Luke is a big guy for the weight, though, you know? So he has a little bit of an advantage. And the last time he fought a guy this big, Lomachenko wound up on his ass in the fight before coming back to stop him, and that's Jorge Linares. So I think Luke has the pedigree, and he may come with the right mentality, which I believe he will. He can give Lomachenko a real fight, you know. And obviously Loma has no problem with that. Loma, you know, if he's in a real fight, we already know the way he behaves. He behaves like a champion, and you know, he makes the proper adjustments. But of course, I want to see it unfold. You know, I want to see that. I want to watch the fight happen. You probably pick Lomachenko, but I think Luke is going to serve himself well in the fight.
Are you familiar with Luke Campbell?
Yeah.
Who do you think's going to win?
Has he been champion?
Luke Campbell?
Yeah.
I believe so.
Hey, was Luke Campbell champion?
Never? Oh, okay. My bad.
So is it a challenge?
Picking up Mike's Mike left at the ABCU.
Picked up my WBO title after
He's like, no.
Nah, I think Loma will win. I think he's gonna stop him.
Oh, so you think he's going to stop him?
Yeah.
Like, easy?
Who did he fight last fight? Who was the last fight? Prola? He's fighting Linares leftovers. He's fighting Linares leftovers. He's fighting Linares leftovers. That's alright. He's gotta stay busy, I guess. You know.
Who, Loma?
Yeah.
You're talking about Loma's fighting.
Linares leftovers, and he's fighting my leftover belts that I here. It's the truth. Nah, I'm sure he's gonna win. I'm sure he's gonna win. I mean, come on. He's gonna win. It's gonna be an easy fight for him.
It is what it is, huh, Mike?
He's got to stay busy. I mean, you know, he doesn't want to be waiting around for you know, months and months and months without a fight. So he's gonna fight whoever they put in front of him. You know, he's gonna fight whoever the promoter puts in front of him. Whoever Bob Arum puts in front, he's gonna fight. You know?
So you think hands down, Lomachenko's gonna take it?
He's gonna fight anybody that they put in front of him. You know, when you have your promoter like that, he's gonna feed you whoever, and you gotta fight. So that's fine.
Lomachenko, Luke Campbell, is this mission impossible for Luke?
Mission impossible times 10. He needs him and more than Tom Cruise in there. He needs Bing Rams in there, Bing Rames in there as well. He needs the whole lot, mate.
Why do people say then that Luke, this is Lomachenko's hardest opponent?
Because technically, as a technical stand-up boxer, Luke Campbell is the best boxer he's ever faced. And people will say, well, he's beat Gary Russell Jr. Yes, he has. Gary Russell Jr. is a slicker boxer than Luke Campbell, I'll give you that. But technically, he's not a better boxer. He is what he is. I don't know what his problem is, but he'll always get one in the crowd. He is what he is, mate. He's an amazing fighter.
Best you've seen?
Possibly, yes. I only think one man is better than him, the prime Roy Jones Jr.
I've sparred with Luke Campbell a few times. He has power in his left hand. You know what I mean? Things that Lomachenko should worry about. You know, they're both southpaw. You know, Luke Campbell has won the 2012 Olympic Games, won gold. Lomachenko has won 2 Olympic gold medals. You know, it's a great fight overall. Luke Campbell is a much bigger and taller fighter. It's just, I want to know his mentality when coming into that fight. You know, why I didn't watch the fight when Anthony Crolla and Lomachenko fought was because I had one of Crolla's teammates text me and told me, like, hey, I heard you're in town. Can you come and see us? And if anything, do me a favor and try to give a pep talk to Crolla.
Pep talk.
Like some confidence. I didn't reply.
That's not a good look.
I said, get the hell out of here, because these guys are so scared.
How difficult is this challenge for Luke?
It's a huge challenge. Listen, Luke is one of our very best amateurs that we've ever had. He's a fantastic fighter. In that lightweight division, Luke has probably got as much as a chance as any of the top fighters of causing the upset. If Luke does it on Saturday, it would be classed as one of the greatest upsets in British boxing history. So bear in mind what I've just said about Luke's calibre, how good of a fighter he is. That's how good Lomachenko is. And it's great to have him over. The amount of fight fans who've said to me, it's a great coup for British boxing to have Lomachenko over here. And Luke's earned his shot, and he seems in a great place. And I can't wait for the fight Saturday night.
What did you do in training camp to prepare for someone like Loma?
You know, we tried to, my trainer Joe Gallagher, and it makes a lot of sense. Get used to feeling, you know, too frustrated. You're going to have to deal with frustration a lot in this fight. And that's what he does, he'll frustrate you, he'll trick you into thinking you can throw. Half a mistake, he punishes you. We've done that. We had a variation of sparring, the best we possibly could, but still there's no one quite like him.
What happened on Saturday?
Saturday night, I really believe that Luke does have bits of success, and I think we see a very highly skilled chess match for 3-4 rounds between 2 great technical fighters. But I believe Lomachenko will start standing shots, maybe picking Luke off and hitting the body hard and quite often, and I think 7 rounds, around 7 to 8 rounds, it could be over.
Luke Campbell and Lomachenko, they're both Olympic great fighters. How do you see a fight like that playing out? Do you see it as a tactical fight?
Yeah, it's gonna be, you know, everyone, both of them have, I mean, they've got a good amateur background, and you know, they southpaw. Sometimes, you know, when 2 southpaws are fighting, you don't really see, because they all fight the same, they move the same. So it's gonna be an interesting fight.
And obviously, Lomachenko is favored to beat Luke Campbell, but what do you think of that fight? Who do you think will win and why?
I think that is a good fight. Luke Campbell, he's tall, he's long, and he has experience. So you can't overlook him. But Lomachenko is obviously Lomachenko, and you know everyone, you know, has him the favorite to win. I don't think it's going to be as easy as everyone thinks, but I do see Lomachenko being victorious.
Lomachenko right up there, probably for me, say the undisputed pound for pound number 1, but pretty much everybody's pound for pound number 1 in world boxing right now. So it's an honour to have him in the UK. But make no mistake, we're here because we want Luke to become pound for pound number 1. Going to be tough, going to be hard, but he has the skill, he has the ability to make it happen, I believe, and that's why we're here in the UK, because we believe we've got a great shot.
In regards to Luke Campbell's pro career, he's gone through a low, but he seems to be picking up this part of his career where he seems to be picking up and going nicely for him. What do you put that down to?
I just think experience, sometimes, you know, his setup, mindset maybe. I mean, he was flying until he boxed Yvonne Mendy the first time, you know, and that defeat was such a big kick in the nuts at the time. He wasn't right in that fight. He shouldn't really have taken that fight. He should have pulled out. But he went through it, he gained the experience. Then he boxed Jorge Linares, and he didn't really believe he could beat Linares. Actually, after 12 rounds, I thought he'd nick the fight. Certainly, if it wasn't for the flash knockdown, he definitely would have won that fight. Now he believes in himself. You know, he's in the perfect prime. He's working with Shane McGuigan. They're confident. He's punching harder than ever. So this is you know, if he's got a chance to beat Lomachenko, it is now. he wouldn't have beaten him 2 years ago. Might not have beaten him a year ago. This is the optimum Luke Campbell you're seeing now, and if it's good enough, it's good enough, and it's not, it's not. But it's the best chance he's got to beat him.
We saw in the Jorge Linares fight with Lomachenko that Lomachenko maybe has a couple of flaws there that Linares picked up at times. Do you believe that he should sort of base himself, look at that fight and see what the...
Yeah, I mean, you've always got to look at a fighter's performances, and Luke Campbell is very, very technically smart. So is Shane McGuigan. And I thought even George Groves up there spoke so well. I mean, he's got a lot to add to this camp and team as well. Has Linares got flaws? Maybe. I think the biggest flaw is his size. You know, up at lightweight, he's tiny compared to Luke Campbell. Campbell's a big lightweight, but he tends to use his skill to overcome that. And you know, a lot of times I said the only way I see Lomachenko getting beat is by moving too far up the weight classes. Now you see him in with a very big lightweight in Luke Campbell. It's going to be interesting. So you got to watch the previous fights where he's been down against Linares, or looked like he might have been hurt a few times. Look at his body, look at the injuries, clutch at a few straws along the way. But we know it's going to be tough, but we hope everything comes together.
Everybody's talking about the Salido thing, and I'm just going right now, man. I'm just going. Everybody's talking about, oh, Salido. Do you understand that he fought a seasoned vet in his second professional fight? Do you understand that? For a world championship. Okay? This is a guy that two professional fights. Do you understand that? Do you know how hard that is? 1, 2. The fight could have went either way. All right, he received a whole hell of a lot of blows. Let's be honest, and he learned so much from that fight. So much from that fight. And the fighter that we see today is not that guy. He's not that guy. So whatever plan Campbell got from Salido or whatever like that, it's this much now. Loma's a different animal now. It's going to take 2 Salidos, 2 times that performance that Salido put on to beat Loma now. Okay? And Campbell don't have that style. All right? So Campbell needs to come with his own plan. But I don't think Campbell believes. You want to know why I don't think Campbell believes? The reason why Campbell doesn't believe is because he done something for the first time he probably ain't never done before. I don't know. I haven't asked him yet. I haven't had the fighter meeting with him yet. But he sparred 3 guys that I read. 3 guys at the same damn time. What kind of deluded thinking is that? 3 guys to what? Imitate Lomachenko? Are you serious? Really? Like, how does that make any sense? All right? And I'm picking on the Brits right now because let me tell you something. You had one last week that don't spar at all. And then you got one this week that sparred 3 guys to get ready for one guy. What the hell are we doing over here? Hey, come on now. Come on now. I love my British fans. I love my British fighters. But baby, come on now. We got to get it together. One that don't spar and one that spar 3 guys. Come on now. Come on, man. Y'all got to believe in yourself, man. You, Campbell, you are an Olympic gold medalist. You don't need to spar 3 guys for one guy, bruh. You don't. That's not how it works, man. I mean, I could see running a little bit longer. I could see sparring more rounds, or maybe increasing the minutes in the rounds, so or maybe even training before you spar, so that way you're tired, so you can work on the back end of the fight. But 3 guys, how does that make any sense? That's six hands coming at you, bro. Like, I don't get it. But anyways, that right there tells me alone that he doesn't believe in his ability, that he doesn't think that he's good enough to be able to compete with Lomachenko. And I just told you, 90% of boxing is mental. He's already somewhat lost the battle, already, mentally. Already, because when it gets tough in there, because it will. Because Loma has those damn rechargeable batteries. All right, he has that Tesla that has the solar panels on top. That's the future from now. The solar panels on top that recharges itself, when it's driving. That's what Lomachenko has. 4 minutes holding his breath under the water. That's what he does that for. Everything that Loma does is to make Loma who he is.
As an athlete,
Campbell's training for Loma. Loma's training for Loma.
It's like a couple calls.
I'm sorry to tell you that. Loma's training for Loma because Loma understands that if he's at his very best,
the great ones are the ones that can.
No one can beat him.
propelled him. And
So he trains and focuses on himself to get himself better. Whereas Campbell's worried about Loma. Work on your craft, man. Fix your holes. Come with a game plan. But work on you. All you young fighters out there, work on you. Work on your mistakes. Get better. You have to get better. Why'd you get hit with that left hook? Why'd you get hit with the right hook? You know, what are you doing to receive body shots? Get your feet right. All these things to improve your game. You have to work on these things. You have to study your films. You have to study your opponent's films and come up with a game plan. Don't leave it up to your trainer. You can come with your own plan. You might see something your trainer don't see. But anyways, back to the Campbell and Loma fight. Lomachenko. Campbell, excuse me, real quick. Campbell has all the advantages. Height, reach, mass, all the advantages in this fight to be successful. But he doesn't believe it. He's already lost. The Loma effect is real, people. The Loma effect is real. I have to tell you that it's real. The boy is doubting himself. He don't believe. And you have to believe.
Tomorrow, Lomachenko, Luke Campbell. A lot of people I speak to say this is a task impossible. Even Tony Bellew said that. Normally Brits stay with each other, but everyone's being real in this matter. Is it a tough task?
Yeah, I think Lomachenko was to a different level to Luke Campbell or anyone else in that division. I think Luke Campbell will offer some kind of obstacles, especially early on a couple of rounds, but I think after 3 rounds Lomachenko will have him figured out, and he'll start to go through the gears, and once he gets to the top gear he stays in the top gear and he doesn't let you off the hook. I think Lomachenko will get rid of him maybe 8 or 9 rounds.
Good fight, but I think Lomachenko, he's gonna be too fast for Campbell. Campbell's good and everything, but he's a little more like, he don't move too fast. He's kind of more like still. So I think Lomachenko is gonna beat him.
Break him down.
Yeah, break him down and make him mad, frustrated. And,
Wait, what was that little saying? Loma what? Like he had a thing, no mas Loma or something?
Oh, yeah, no mas,
yeah. Do you think he's gonna make him quit? Or do you think that Campbell can hang the whole rounds?
I think he's gonna probably make him quit or probably stop him. Yeah, stop him. Yeah.
Got you. Okay.
But it's gonna be a good fight for the first round. But if Campbell could doesn't get frustrated or stays to his plan, I think it would be a good fight. But if not, Lomachenko's gonna make him frustrated and he's gonna stop him.
Overwhelm him, yeah.
Another guy that you got into the ring with, Lomachenko's gonna be fighting Luke Campbell this weekend. What's your prediction on that fight? How do you see that playing out?
I'm a Lomachenko fan. I think it was a great experience for me. I like Luke Campbell. He's a bigger guy. I'm pretty sure they both got done a big gold medal.
Right.
You can't always not pick Lomachenko. You gotta pick that style.
Right.
He's constantly non-stop moving and throwing punches, and this guy doesn't get tired. So it's like, you go for somebody that does it, and then day in, day out, and then somebody, I'm a fan of Luke Campbell, but I'm also a fan of Lomachenko, but I think I'm edging more into Lomachenko.
So Lomachenko, if Campbell does have a path to victory, what would you say that he would need to do in order to win?
He gotta be quick, faster than Loma. He gotta beat him to the step and be on point and precise with Lomachenko. You can't let nothing slide. You can't even blink. You have to always be on point with Loma.
Lomachenko and Campbell. Who y'all picking, Loma or Campbell?
Lomachenko.
What?
We don't just go with home favorites here.
Whoa.
We support our own, but we don't just go with
Lomachenko. Who's for Loma? Who's for Campbell? Wow. That's how y'all feel? Hey. I respect it, man. I respect it.